Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review. I'm here today to talk to you about Disney Recess Season 2, Episode 1, One Stay Clean. Now, this is the second or first part of this episode. It's divided into two segments. So this is only 10 minutes. And boy, what a 10 minutes it is. This is my all-time favorite Recess episode. I love it to death. It's just so interesting and stuff. It tells the story of what a friend would do for another friend multiple times in this episode. True friendship, sacrifice, trying to help one in need. Like, this is the core value of this episode. And you get it multiple times. And it just makes for a real feel good episode. You like it for its excitement and you love the moral lesson it gives. So with this episode, you see Gus's father, and he's waking Gus up in the morning, and you hear a narration. It's TJ. He's talking to Gus's father about something. And so when Gus wakes up, his dad tells him, today's the big day, the day you've been so excited for. And what day is that? Picture day. So Gus is excited, he's washing his hair, he's taking a shower, he's ironing his clothes, he's like polishing his shoes and getting his bow tie on and everything. So this is a very, very special day for Gus, but we don't know why yet. Because when it cuts to the kids, they think it's the worst day ever. They hate picture day, and I don't blame them. I hated that crap too when I was little. Like, it's like, oh crap, dude, I smile wrong, or I don't like my outfit and everything. And it's just like, you have to like practice on your smile and everything. I learned the technique. You hold your head down, and then you open your mouth up to smile, and you raise your head up, and then somehow it gives you a perfect smile for the most part. That's a technique I always use, but I don't use it no more. Now I just smile. And so like the other kids, they hate it, man. They talking about how like he did all like it womps. And of course that was the episode that happened before that. And so we get to learn his special pretend cuss word womps. And it's just like we get to see the kids dressed up in a way we never get to see them. And everybody's hair is different until Gus shows up. His hair is the only one that's intact. And while they're moping around, TJ talking about he'll never have his kids get pictured. And so we see Gus all happy and excited and talking about how like today's a great day and it's picture day and like all this other crap. But they can't understand why he's so happy and excited for it too. So at some point, other than the fact of, having to take a picture day is gruesome for everybody at school because you have to stay clean. If you don't, and your like parents see that picture, well, you're probably gonna get grounded. Or back in the day, you're gonna get a belt. And so, or a switch. You don't want to switch. Especially if you have to go get one yourself. And so like the problem is that, they just want to have recess. But all the kids are rambunctious. Once they take their picture, the gloves come off and they're ready to play. And so that's one reason why picture day is like the most dreadful day ever. And so they're upset when they find out that fourth graders, or are they third graders? I can't remember which one. I think they're fourth graders. They're last to take pictures, and they don't understand how, because normally they're one of the first ones. And then they find out how. Their teacher, she set it up so they can go last. She's not a mean teacher by no way and everything. I forget why she did that, but she did it. So they're dreading it, they're pissed, they're like upset. And Gus finally now tells them why it's so important to him. He tells them that, y'all have multiple pictures where y'all stay clean, but I have to stay clean. Why? This is his first school picture. See, Gus is a military kid, so he's constantly moving around, he says. And he says he never stays in a school for too long. And around the time it's time for picture day, they have to end up moving and everything. So once hearing this, the kids now understand. And they're going to make it their top priority mission to make sure not only do they stay clean, but their primary goal is to make sure Gus stays clean for his father and make his father proud and everything. But it's going to be tough because the kindergartners are up first. And once they get through taking their picture, boy, it's on. They are running, they're acting crazy. See, the kindergartners act like jungle kids. They can't use the S word no more because that's a little offensive. But they're very. I'm not even gonna try to come up with another word. Let's just say they're very rambunctious. How about that? And everything, and they will tear you limb from limb. And so they're just running around and playing. So the team or the group, they're on the move and everything, trying to avoid. The first graders get through taking their pictures, and the first graders are just as rambunctious as the kindergartners. And first graders, they don't like the idea of everybody else being clean. And so next thing you know, as they're like running and like playing, running and trying to avoid getting like dirty and everything, they're reminiscing about what they're gonna do after they take their picture. And it's a cool moment. It's a nice little bonding moment. Gus is talking about how he's gonna get a double root beer float. Spinelli's talking about how she's gonna play bulldog with some kids. But then it happens. Mikey, a ball falls in his lap. He doesn't notice it at first, but all the other kids do. And some kids want to play. He's big and it's hard for him to get up and try to run real fast. So, of course, the kids, they corner him. But, Vince, leave it to Vince, boy. He sees his friend in need and he ain't going to let him go down like that. So he disembarks from the group and he tackles the first graders and stuff. 2 dirty, 3 to go. So as the other, no, 4 to go. That's it. There's 4 of them. That's right. 2 guys and 2 girls. So they're running, but oh no, Gretchen gets her bow stuck on the gate. And so Spinelli's going to sacrifice herself to save her friend now. But it's too late. They got him. And this is where the sacrifices stuff come in. They're willing to risk like being dirty just to help their friend out. But it doesn't matter because now 4 are down and there's 2 left. Well, it's a huge problem because everybody now is getting is out on the playing field for recess, except for the 4th graders and the 3rd graders. The 3rd graders are getting their picture taken. There's nothing else left to do. So like they run and they hide in a giant hole that's dug up by the twins, the diggers. And so the diggers, they're like terrified. They see Randall in the hole. Gus is freaking out. He's like, it's impossible to stay clean and everything. Like, what are they gonna do, And I still don't understand how he was able to stay clean inside a giant dirt hole because he has to climb out of that. So TJ calms his nerves down by taking off his jacket and letting him sit on it and everything. And, he let him know that, what, man, you're going to make it today. You're going to stay clean. You're going to take that picture for your dad and everything. And he's going to be proud of you. And I'm going to help you do it. That's a friend right there, boy. I'm telling you, that's why TJ's like the leader and stuff. And so the 4th graders get called in and it's do or die, man. They look out and they're terrified as they get out the hole. And they see the finish line. So it's a mad dash to it. Now, as the diggers and Randall come out the hole, they get splat by mud. Boy, TJ and Gus were running like football players, man. They were dodging balls, frisbees, mud slinging, jumping over kids. It's like a hurdle, you know what I'm saying? And they're almost close. They only have a few feet to get to the finish line and everything and take their picture. but they're stopped by a punk, Larson. And he is cheesy. Literally, he has cheese all covered on him and cheese in his hand. And he hates TJ. And his goal is to dirty him up. So, being TJ and everything, the leader, he tell Gus just like, forget about him, man. Just forget about him and go take that picture. So it's TJ and this Lawson, and they're about to like have it out and everything. But Gus is feeling pretty perplexed and everything. He doesn't know what he should do. His group is telling him, come take the picture and everything. They're all dirty. They're dirty, man. But he looks back at TJ and Lawson and he's all like, what do I do? Like, should he help his friend or should he take his picture? And he's contemplating it in his head. Well, it cuts to that, and it's his father. His father is very confused as what's going on as he's reading a letter, and it's of course the narration from TJ. And so he tells Gus's father, don't punish Gus. Like, blame me. I'll take the responsibility and everything. But just know your son is a hero and everything. What did Gus do exactly? Did he beat up Lawson or something like that? Well, Gus's dad calls over one of his military buddies and tells him, look at this photograph. And what do you see? Well, the man's confused. He don't know what he's supposed to be looking at. What does he see? The 4th grade class with their picture taken. And everybody is dirty except for one person. TJ. Oh yeah. Gus made the ultimate sacrifice. And he risked getting cheesy. Because why? Because Gus is new to school. And he made some of the best friends of his life. Friends that would do anything for him. They would even take like a mudslinger from his behind and everything. And that's what they took. And they was willing to sacrifice their clean clothes and have their parents ground them. But he realized he can't go down like that. He can't stay clean. He got to help his friends out and everything. And so he helped the one who helped him out the most. And he took that cheese in the face and in the clothes, boy. I'm telling you. And that right there, this is why it's my favorite episode. Alrighty. Well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.